I'm gonna have to start by correcting Peter. He began by saying we're all experienced experts, and I'm no such thing. My dad started farming probably 25 years ago, and we live in Newberry, Ohio, on a 100-acre farm. And it started as a hobby, just something he did. We had 10 sheep. About 10 years ago, it turned into what he called a business, but what I saw as a little bit of an obsession. And it was just, he just loved looking at all the sheep and the way the farm was growing. And there wasn't really any business fundamental running any of this. It was just more and more sheep. So my mom said, that's his hobby, we're gonna let him do it. More recently, as of this past year, I wasn't really recruited home. I made the decision to come home. I went to college in Boston and then had this is perfectly fitting. I had a marketing job in a cubicle in Connecticut selling collectibles through the mail. So, the decision really to come back to the farm, if you're raised in this area, you just have kind of an intrinsic appreciation for the scenery and for the environment and for the people. And I really think that's probably the most special part is how genuine the people are. And, you'll find good ones and bad ones. But so that's the history of the farm. Is there originally was a show sheep farm, which is you sell sheep to other farmers so that they can win competitions with them, so that they can improve their flock with them. It's kind of like dog shows, and I don't want to offend anybody, but I think it's silly. Spending that type of money on a dog is just ridiculous. So, come this past year, the economy slowed for everybody, and the farm hit tough times. And I was reading more and more. I started with Omnivore's Dilemma, and then it just set me off about this culture, and I was just attracted to it, and I saw opportunity in my dad's farm, which was that he couldn't sell all of his sheep in this economic climate at a high dollar, so he needed to do something else with them besides just bringing them to the livestock barn and taking market price. That's what every farmer does, and it ends up barely paying your bills. So I just saw the opportunity, but also I wanted to help my dad, so here I am. But again, I'm not experienced, I am not an expert. I am actually learning everything day by day. This has probably been the hardest year of my life, in a rewarding sense. What is your vision for your farm 20 years from now? Well, my farm is challenging because my dad, he's a lawyer, he's not a farmer, so he never really considered input costs and efficiency and peace of mind. He just hired somebody to do it, and normally he had complaints about the hours they were logging. So he didn't really dig in, and he does love farming, and if it could pay what, it paid to be a corporate lawyer, he would be a farmer for life. But I wanted to try actually being a farmer for a living. I don't have a wife or kids. I have the opportunity to do this. I will echo a former sentiment, which is that wouldn't it be great if we could actually raise a family or have a lifestyle on this? I know personally that I cannot right now. So it's nice that I'm able to do what I'm doing. What do you need right now to take your next step? I'd say item number one is just patience. I think that the farming industry is something unlike any other. Don't get into it if you're looking for returns. We can go to business school numbers on this. The agriculture industry, no matter how you look at it, is not a high margin industry. It's something that you genuinely have to work at and improve year by year. Soil quality, efficiency, these are not things that happen overnight. So for me, it's more so patience. I'd love to have this thing running and be able to pay bills and all that great stuff, next year, but realistically, it's not going to happen that way. So I need to, focus on the daily things, just making improvements gradually. And the most important question, what is your best advice for someone who might follow in your footsteps? I'd say think twice. I really would, because it's like anything else. It's something that's attractive to us for like a natural reason, which is it seems very genuine, and I think it has its virtues. But at the same time, Abby mentioned, there are hard days. There are terrible days out there, and especially I don't even raise crops, and you can get a bad yield, and you can have just a terrible year. So I'd say persistence and patience are absolutely crucial. So, if it interests you, just start at the beginning. Read a book, read 3 books, go intern or just go work a day on a farm and see if you truly love it. Because if you don't truly love it, I wouldn't recommend it to anybody. So thank you for being here, and thank you for